Hello everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I'm here to do the challenge that Moira gave me. So if you did not know, Moira and I are both using the Storyteller collection from Vicki Boutin. We received it as being guest designers for Scrapbook Your Joy, Canadian scrapbooking shop. Sandra is so lovely. If you are Canadian and you purchase $75, it gets you free shipping. Please head on over. All the links are below, and it's an amazing place to shop, especially if you're Canadian, and I just highly recommend you check it out. So we are both working with the same collection. We have very different styles in a sense, and I'm just so excited to be working with her to see the differences that we create. So I kind of challenged her without meaning to challenge her to use a piece of pattern paper because it looks so much like her, and she thinks that this one looks like me, or that I should be able to use this. And so when I'm looking at this, I see a rainbow and that is what I'm going to work with for a couple of reasons. First thing is this little piece up here, I want to cut it and use it for something because I love this part up here. The other thing is a full sheet of Vicki Boutin paper, when it's got all of this, it's a little too distressed for my liking. And so my plan is to bring it up to more of my style, which is maybe a little bit more cleaner, if that makes sense. And I hope as you watch me do the process, it will. And obviously this is a very large piece of pattern paper, and so I'm not going to be using the whole thing, and I'm going to start it here because red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, obviously there's a few extra, but I'm going to take this gray and I'm going to consider this orange as the red, and I'm going to take this part away. So that's kind of my plan, and I'm going to start, maybe I'll do that on camera. So I'm just going to go like this. Boom. And of course this paper is kind of calling stitching out to me, so I might go into my embroidery thread and see if I have some of these colors available to me. And then I'm not sure if I'm gonna do like a rainbow, so it's kind of like this, or if I'm gonna rotate it, put it in the middle, let it be trimmed off, maybe, go like this. I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna take it. I just know that that's my plan. The back side of this is one nice thing about this paper collection. A, it's double-sided. B, you get 2 sheets. So this black is gorgeous. It will be used on another paper somewhere down the road. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm also gonna do this part because, like I said, I love this little pop here of that teal color. Is just so pretty, and I see a photo corner or something in its future, but that is for another day. Okay, there you have it. So let's see, I don't like it that way. I'm okay with it that way, but we will see. I think I'll probably end up going this way though with the photo. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna get you on fast forward. We're gonna play, see what I can come up with, and we'll go from there. So we are gonna start off with me cutting all of the strips or rainbow parts out here, and then I'm gonna try and just figure out what pieces are gonna fit where and what side I want it to be on, and just kind of the logistics of really how everything's going to get placed. I honestly wasn't sure what was going to happen, other than the fact that this is a rainbow and it's what I wanted to use. So didn't have a picture in mind, nothing like that. I will say, if you are part of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club, to come back at, I think if you 1 o'clock my time, I think it's 4 o'clock Eastern, my challenge is included within this layout. So make sure if you are part of that, you go over to Secret Not Secret Kit Club so you can see my challenge, because it is based off of this layout that I made. Now, I'm taking away some of the strips here because my plan was to take away kind of the ones that weren't pleasing to my eye. But then it was really wonky and I couldn't make that work. So I'm going to add them back. I'm going to rotate things around. And like this took me a good 5 to 10 minutes to figure out the orientation of where everything is going to get placed. Normally when I'm doing something like this, it felt like forever because normally this part is an easy decision. I know kind of the idea of what I have going on, so I know where things are supposed to be placed. It's just all the added stuff that I have to figure out. But for this particular layout, I was like, I can make it a rainbow like that. And I like that. But do you know what this makes me think of is a Wi-Fi tower sign. So like I would need a picture of my phone or something like that. And that wasn't, I like that idea. I'm going to tell you, I really like that idea. But that wasn't the idea I was kind of trying to go with. So I go ahead and flip it back. I stitched them right down the middle in black so that they're there, they're stuck there, they're great to go. And then I did rainbow colors and hand stitching. That took a little while, but I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's pretty, it kind of blends in, like you don't actually see it unless you look really closely. I love those little details when you do stuff that someone has to really want to be looking at your layout and really pay close attention to those little details to catch that there's even stitching going on. So I don't know. I love that idea and I love how it looks. Found my photos. So I've got these two photos of Jackson and Nora. It had rained. This was summertime and we had right around July 1st and all of that. We had quite the rainstorm and then it was starting to dry and then it would get all the mud kind of dried, so it was all dusty. We live on a farm, so it gets really dusty. And the kids were driving their bikes around, and I don't know if they were playing in the dust or what happened, but man, were they dirty. Like, look at their faces. Nora's got smudged all over her face, and Jackson, it is all over his body. Like, it's just so funny, but they're so happy, and they're having so much fun. And so I felt like these were great photos. They worked with kind of what I was going for. I'm going to go into the ephemera pack and pick two different frames. And then I also picked two different little pieces of ephemera to go behind the frames. Great way to use big ephemera if you're not sure what to do with it is you use it as a layering piece. So I go ahead and do that. I use that pink one in particular because it says the word clean. However, I actually end up covering that up in the end. So you'll see that in a minute. And I also grabbed the 3-star paper clips because I loved how that turned out. And then I'm stuck and I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I went on I have a board. I talk about this all the time. I have a board called Titles and I searched through there and I found one that had to do with dirt. And it says, of all the paths you take in life, make sure a few of them end in dirt. And I just felt like that was the perfect title. So I went into my stash for most of my thickers, but the word end and the word paths are the thickers from this collection, from the Storyteller collection. And I'm just really happy with how that turned out. And then of course, really it doesn't need much. So I'm going to add a couple stars to it and I'm going to call it good. So I feel like I fulfilled the challenge that Moira gave me. Moira's video of my challenge for her is also up today. So please make sure you head on over and check that out. Of course, go check out Scrapbook Your Joy, the Facebook group. She's got an Instagram account. Check out the shop. Make sure you spend $75 if you're Canadian so you get that free shipping because that's always such a lovely bonus. And I hope everyone has a fabulous Friday. Here's a look at my finished layout. I'll see you all soon. Bye.